This is going to be a demo of using knowledge modules with Entodicton. A knowledge module is a file that has phrases and maps that map into semantics in a like a programmer kind of API semantics that allows you to reuse it. So you can make a new knowledge module and include all of the knowledge from the other knowledge module into your new knowledge module and reuse it. So I'm just going to show what one of these looks like. Oh wait, on the website, the public website, this page shows all of the knowledge modules. There's only 3. I just started on this. You can open it to see what kind of sentences. These are really just pulled from the test file, so these sentences work because they're in the test file. Yeah, so it just lists the knowledge modules. Currency includes numbers and store includes currency. Also, there's a link to the source code if you want to see that. Okay, back. Let's look at a knowledge module file. So we'll look at numbers. Or what? Oh, numbers. Numbers. All right, so it's like a normal config at the top. So that's the standard way that I show in the other videos of how to do all this. But at the bottom, you use this knowledge module function to set it all up. Most of the parameters are obvious, except for is process. Just always do that. I couldn't figure out any other way to tell. And test is the test file. And setup is run before it does the process. Yeah, so that's how you set up. That's how you make this file into a knowledge module so it can be included in other files. So you get these command aligned options as well with it. So once you set up that knowledge module thing at the bottom, yeah, so there's all these options: help, test, loop, info, query, save. Yeah, so you can do test-driven development with this. There's a test file you can make. You give it, the name of the test file was specified in that knowledge modules command in the JS file. Anyway, so the test file has a mapping from input utterance to expected result. So 20 is the input, and generated is the expected generated string, and result is the expected JSON that you expect to get out. And so that's one test. You can have multiple of those in the file. I'm just going to change it so the input value doesn't match, and we'll see what happens when you run with the -t option. Yeah, so it detected that this has failed because the results produced when you say 21 doesn't match the results when, and it shows the actual and expected and what the input utterance is. There'd be a list of all the failures there. So if we want to run queries, or if we want to run that query and just see the results, you can use the -q option. It should be numbers. So we'll try the -q. So that'll just run that query. If you want to save this as a test, you just do -s. And basically, once it works, do -s, fire it in that test file. And then we can go look in the test file and see this there. Yep, so it added this test because I said save. We can fix that other test so it's correct by just running save. Yeah, so the other test is, should be fixed up in the other one. Let's look at the other commands. What were they? I forget. So there's this just prints out the metadata about the knowledge module. Yeah, and so then that's what I use when I set up the web page. I think the examples are just the strings from test. And then there's this loop command, which would just run the input query thing in a loop. I like to do that when I have a state that gets preserved, like that Star Trek demo where it was like, Spock, arm the photon torpedoes. Spock, what are you doing? What else is there? Input loop test info query. Oh, and so now I'll show the other knowledge module. There's currency. So you can see here with currency, I've included the numbers knowledge module that I just demoed. I'm not going to run all those other flags on this one, and it has this is the thing in the currency, and it references number from the other number from the number knowledge module, but then created these new concepts and the mapping to language and all that jazz. And then down here you can see where is it? Yeah, there's the config being set up, and then below the line where I do the add, that's how you include one knowledge module into another. There's a namespace thing too. I'll demo that later. But that's, so I'm including the numbers knowledge module in this current knowledge module, so I get to reuse whatever goodies are in the numbers knowledge module. Currently not very much, but in the future I'll add way more goodies. And then I can use it in the utterances in here. Yeah. And then this is just the stuff that has to do with the knowledge module, not really not really demo. I'm demoing including of one knowledge module into another. Yeah, and so then this is the same thing as the other file. So then I have yeah, oh, let's run one to see. So in this I can, this is working because it's used the information from the number knowledge module. And now I'm going to use this in order to process this. You need the information from the number and the currency knowledge module. Yeah. And so then after, so now I made a new one that knows about store, right? Yeah. Okay. So these are the sentences in here. It's just getting going. I haven't finished the second sentence. And so you can see it's the same kind of deal just for setting up the knowledge module. And then here's where I include the currency knowledge module into the current one. So then I get all that stuff from the currency knowledge module. Currently it's not reusing it. You can see above I have a to-do list of things that will eventually use it. But I can still demo being able to use the currency knowledge module from this new store knowledge module. And then it's 3 levels deep of nesting. So it clearly works. So in the store knowledge module, I can run a query about, I can show list the products, which comes from this knowledge module. Sorry, that's some debug junk. So you can see the output is the products are pants one and shirts one or whatever. But I can also say utterances that came from the currency knowledge module and the number one that I included. So you can see there it's $24.4 or whatever. Yeah, so that's just a demo of knowledge modules. And knowledge modules are really cool because, like, say you're a company and you have like some database or something that's accessible and you want to make it usable to people, well, you can just ship a knowledge module out to them. They can include it in whatever like configuration they already have, and then they can talk about, they can ask information about your database and have it integrated with their experience. You could do cool things like, as you traversed web pages and went deeper onto a website, it would just layer on more knowledge modules that gave more specific offered more ways of talking about the current context. And then if you skipped out of that context to a higher level, well, those knowledge modules can just get removed. The reuse is really cool. I'm looking forward to writing way more of these things. I just got started on it, so have fun. Bye.